What is up, YouTube? It's Frank with What's the Point EDC. We got a fire knife today, you guys. Sure enough. How about the Fox Knives Ryu in Nylock steel? Huh? Say what? Yeah, he did. Nylock steel, you guys. I've never had a Nylock steel knife on the channel, so this is really interesting stuff right here. Why don't we just start this one right here off with the overall presence of the knife. I had it out today. I had it at the river, up and down the river. It didn't make any sound, though it does rattle when you do this right here, but when it's on your person, it doesn't make any noise at all. The clip works really good. Definitely works perfect. It even has a safety here. Slide it over and you won't accidentally engage it. Works very good, you guys. These springs it just works really good. Nice kydex here. Check this out. Tell me that's not a fire knife. Italian made awesomeness. Definitely feels good in the hand. Now I can tell you guys, I think this knife is driven towards self-defense. I do feel that it is driven towards some type of self-defense. It has a really upswept tip. We got a saber grind right here. You can call it a flat grind if you want, but it's a saber grind. Nice swedge here. The jimping is very much effective. It definitely works, you guys. The jimping is very good. This is very, very solid jimping right here. Micarta scales with that rock texturing right here. That works very good. Gives you a positive feel in the hand. And I feel like these grooves just lock your hands in place to add on top of the actual grooves for your hand placement that locks you in. That's why I think this knife right here is possibly a self-defense style of knife. It feels like something you would want to stick somebody with, or I mean a bag of sand or something, you know. A freaking bag of sand. Hey, that's the best thing I can come up with. I guess so, huh? It's fire. So here, let's talk about the steel real quick. The steel is Nylock steel. I'm just gonna slap something up here in the corner. Here's a chart of the composition of the steel. So as you guys can read, it's definitely a stainless steel. It should have wear resistance somewhere around the D2 range, somewhere maybe in the N690 range. It's not the toughest steel, so keep that in mind. But I compare this to D2, and D2 can take a beating. I've proved that. There's a bunch of other people who have proved that over time. You know, D2 can take a true beating. It can be used in hard applications. What makes this knife tough, though, is the grain structure on this, because Nylock has a very fine grain structure, even though it's not a powdered steel. Check this out right here. Here's the grain structure right here. This is a very fine grain structure for a non-powdered steel. It's good stuff, you guys. These Italian knives made by Fox, I'm just going to speak on Fox itself right now. They do some really good knives. This is the first Fox fixed blade that I've had on the channel, and I'm digging it. For real. Shadow box scales. Crown spine. Real nice machining. Very nice machining. They have attention to detail. Now, I know that this knife right here isn't brand new. You can tell this knife has been used hardcore, and that's what I like about it, is you know this is a reliable knife. Let me explain this to you. This knife came from Timbo 437. Timbo has already used this knife, sent this knife to Scab. Scab put it through its paces, sent it back, and now I have it. It's still on the same edge. Let's do a really quick edge test. Okay, you guys, I have to do it. This knife is so damn sharp. This paper is very flimsy and very thin, so it is hard to cut. Whoop, that was more of a rip than a cut. It really is hella freaking sharp. Even after all that use, it just remains sharp. Now, I know that it's supposed to have D2-like wear resistance. I've seen some D2 do excellent. K-Bar's D2 does very good. Benchmade's D2 does very good. And I can't wait to see how this acts from hard use testing. I'm going to beat on it. We're going to do some ridiculous cutting. We're going to do some chopping with it. I really do like this knife. Very nice fine tip to it, but not so fine that you're scared to do things with it. It's borderline that, though. It is definitely borderline that. This knife was definitely meant to poke into things. That is for sure. The swedge kind of gives you a little bit easier, a little less material to have to poke through something. Thin it out just a little bit, make it a bit more efficient. And this actually does have a decent BTE. It's not bad, even though it is a fixed blade. It's got a decent behind the edge thickness. It's good stuff, you guys. I can't wait to see what this is working with. Fox knives just make them right. They really do. Look at that. Pure perfection right here. Awesomeness. It really is. And the name of this knife, the Ryu, it really does it for me. The name alone is so freaking cool. It reminds me of Street Fighter, and it immediately brought back some nostalgia. This is such a cool knife. Shout out to Timbo for sending this thing in, man. Fist bump to him. This is another one of the knives I've been telling you guys about. There's more to come, you guys. You just don't know. There's so much freaking awesomeness coming from Timbo. That's why I say hit him up. Check his channel out. Solid dude. Solid brother of the blade. I'm going to put a link to his YouTube and his Instagram in the description. Check him out. Hit him up. Tell him what's the point EDC sent you. I appreciate everybody who supports the channel. You guys are freaking awesome. I really do. You guys keep me going. You guys keep me on my toes. I appreciate the likes and the comments and everything in between. I really do. Check it out. If you're an addict, never quit quitting. Stay strong and live long. If you're struggling with bad thoughts, reach out and talk to somebody. It is okay to talk. Never quit quitting and never give up. Take it easy and stay greasy, y'all. Peace!